Hey Bears fans, big show planned for you guys today. Some injury news heading into Monday Night Football, plus a big rumor that you guys are going to want to get caught up on. But first, get subscribed to Chicago Bears Now. We've been growing like crazy the past couple of weeks. I want to get to 15,000 subs as quick as possible. We crossed 14K this weekend. I want to get to 15K. I need 250 subscribers on today's video. I've been told if we get 250 today, we're officially the fastest growing channel here at Chat Sports. So let's do it. Let your voices be heard by hitting that subscribe button. With that being said, big episode of Chicago Bears Now coming up. I'm your host, as always, Harrison Graham here on Bears Now. Mostly some injury news to get into, so stay tuned for that here in a couple of minutes. But we got to talk about the Michael Thomas trade rumors flying around. I see you guys in the comments. I see you guys on Twitter talking about this, so let's go ahead and address it. Pro Football Talk, who maybe he's real news, maybe he's fake news, just depends on what day of the week it is, says Thomas could be available in a trade. Got into a physical altercation recently. They decided to sit him out in Week 6, the Saints did. Hasn't played since Week 1 due to some injuries and didn't play last week because of that physical altercation. Now he's got a hamstring injury that's popped up apparently. Lots of stuff going around Michael Thomas. We should mention, though, Saints head coach Sean Payton kind of put this to rest when one of Bleacher Report's Twitter accounts tweeted that, Pro Football Talk is saying he's available, and he said, insiders on the outside where they belong. So Sean Payton is disputing this, but there's some drama between Thomas and the Saints because they essentially suspended him in Week 6. Now, we'll see when he returns. He's not going to play in Week 7, but this is something to at least keep an eye on, right? And I wanted to at least talk about it with you guys. So I'll ask you guys this question. Would you trade for Michael Thomas if he became available before the NFL trade deadline? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Get your votes in. If Thomas is available, would you trade for him if you're in charge? Pretend you're Ryan Pace and you're the Bears GM. Now, Michael Thomas last year had really a historic season, 149 catches, which set a single-season record for receptions, over 1,700 yards, 9 touchdowns. He's never been that big downfield threat necessarily, but he's also playing with Drew Brees, which is very much an underneath offense at this point in Brees' career. Thomas is one of the premier receivers in the NFL. Now, the Bears have one of those guys in Allen Robinson. He certainly hasn't been up to Michael Thomas's caliber, but he's in that, tier 1B, right? Like Thomas is in tier 1A, Robinson's not far behind him, and by the way, he's still looking for a new contract as well. So if you're going to trade for Michael Thomas, what kind of message is that sending to Allen Robinson? I'm not sure. Maybe you could sign both, but at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. Extend AR. Make it happen. Spam it in the comments section. You can want Michael Thomas, but you need to also want to extend AR. So get it going. Type it in the comments. Hashtag extend AR. Let's get Allen Robinson extended as soon as possible. So let's get into some injury news here. Heading into Monday Night Football, Bears and Saints. Khalil Mack, he's ready to rock. He popped up on the injury report randomly, I believe on Thursday, with a back injury, listed with the back injury. Missed that practice, was limited on Friday, but he was a full go in Saturday's practice. He's fully 100% ready to rock against the Rams on Monday night, which is good because he's been a force this season for the Bears, bouncing back nicely after a below-standard season in 2019, at least for Khalil Mack. Good news for Chicago as they need to get after Jared Goff. Also, your other premier pass rusher, Akiem Hicks, he's ready to go as well. He missed a couple of practices this week with an illness. It was not COVID-related. Missed a couple of days, but returned for Saturday's practice. He was a full participant there as well. No issues heading into Monday Night Football for Hicks as well. So you got Khalil Mack. You have Akiem Hicks as they have combined for 8 sacks through the first part of the season here. And that's important because we talked during our Bears vs. Rams preview how critical it is to get pressure on Jared Goff, a quarterback that when he he has a clean pocket, one of the best in the NFL. When he gets pressure, literally one of the worst. He is not a good quarterback under pressure. So for having Hicks and Mack available and pretty much 100%, that is a very good situation. So who's going to have more sacks on Monday Night Football? Type KM for Khalil Mack. Type AH for Akiem Hicks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to roll with KM. He's been on fire the last couple of games. Give me Khalil Mack. I think he will have at least one, if not two sacks in this game. Now, we've been telling you guys about Bet Rivers for the past couple of weeks now, our sports betting partner here on Chicago Bears Now. We've gotten going in Indiana, so if you live in the state of Indiana or if you're going to be there sometime in the near future, especially during football season, get going at chatsports.com/betin. That 100% deposit match will go up to $250. What does that mean? Put down $250. You'll get an additional $250 for free. To place a bet, you must be in Indiana or in the state of Illinois, as that's been the case all along. That one is chatsports.com/betil. Again, that 100% deposit match will apply there as well. Make some money on the Bears this Monday night. 6-point dogs on the road. I love the Bears to cover. I think they win this game outright as 6-point dogs. This is flat out disrespect. I think they cover, if not win outright. Chatsports.com/betil if you're in the state of Illinois. Chatsports.com/betin if you are in the state of Indiana. You must be in one of those two states to officially place a bet. All right, more injury news. Buster Skrine is questionable. I do expect him to play. Signs are that he will play, but he is dealing with an ankle injury. Unlike Mack and Hicks, who are basically going to be 100%, Skrine will actually probably be more like 85% if he plays. So he won't be 100%, but I think he will be out there, which is good because he's been really solid in the nickel this year, as has this entire secondary. This has been one of, if not the best secondaries in the National Football League this year, with Kyle Fuller playing at an all-pro level, Jalen Johnson, a legitimate Defensive Player of the Year type of player this year. I don't think he'll win the award, but he's been that good. And then we know about Eddie Jackson and Tayshaun Gibson, what they've been able to bring to the table as well. So Skrine's going to play most likely, but he is listed as questionable. Grade the Bears secondary this year. Go ahead and grade it for me. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give it a solid A-. This group has been really, really good. That CB tandem has been excellent. Skrine's been solid as well, and the safety duo has been really good also. I'm going to go A-. You can honestly go a straight-up A. This Bears secondary has been rock solid here in 2020. Now, Sherrick McManis is out, your top special teams gunner. He's going to miss his third game in 4 weeks. He's been dealing with the hamstring problem. Really hasn't gotten better. They might just shut him down for a couple of weeks because they brought him back last week, but it flared up again on him this week. Hamstrings, they don't go away unless you kind of just lay off it for a few weeks. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But he is the only Bear who is listed as out for Monday night. For the Rams, these three guys are questionable. These are guys to keep an eye on. Darrell, Henderson, the running back, he is questionable, as is Robert Woods, their top receiver, and Tyler Higbee, their top tight end. Those are three, key offensive pieces for the Rams. I would expect most, if not all three, go, but they likely will not be 100% once we get to Monday night. So this is your last chance. Predict the score. Bears versus Rams, Monday Night Football. We're going to have a live watch party here on Bears Now, so you don't want to miss that. Just another reason to subscribe and turn on notifications. But get your score predictions in. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you want our full Bears vs. Rams preview and my official pick, go check out that video on the channel. Did it earlier this week. That is still available for you guys. But Bears, 6-point underdogs, over under. They believe it's a low-scoring game at Bet Rivers. Again, get going, chatsports.com/betin, chatsports.com/betil, whether you're in Indiana or Illinois. Rams, 6-point favorites. I like the Bears, guys. Defense is rolling. I think Nick Foles is getting a little bit better and more comfortable each week. I like the Bears in this game. Stay tuned. Monday Night Watch Party. Be subscribed so you do not miss that. I'm Harrison Graham signing off here on Chicago Bears Now.